And our next story is from India. The country is witnessing a new rush. It's for luxury housing. The ultra-rich are queuing up to buy high-priced apartments. On their wish list are high ceilings, multi-level parking, spas, among other high-end demands. And this comes as good news for the real estate industry, whose profits plummeted in recent years. There was an economic slowdown in 2019 when the pandemic came. It further dampened the sentiment in 2020. Developers were forced to put the brakes on new project launches. But the figures are now hinting at a revival. Real estate giant DLF put an upmarket residential project on sale. It was worth $1 billion. It was sold within 72 hours. Godrej Properties is offering $3 million apartments. Clients are being selected by invitation. You see, these properties are made for the richy rich. They cater to the needs of millionaires and billionaires. And despite that, there is a mad rush. High net worth individuals are racing against time to claim the properties. Luxury homes are getting sold out in hours. DLF launched its Arbor project near the national capital. 1,137 apartments were up for grabs. Each was priced at $869,000. This is an extremely high cost for the area. Yet, the houses attracted over 3,000 applications. The booking center was besieged by the people. Meanwhile, Godrej is playing a smart game. It is pushing for exclusivity when it comes to house sales, a factor which is of paramount importance to the elite class, for people who demand exclusivity and restricted access. This is what Godrej sales manager Yuvraj Manchanda said. We don't want to only sell this property, but create a society of the most influential. Millionaires and billionaires will buy this. Godrej set up space in New Delhi's colonial-era Imperial Hotel. Around 160 guests were invited. They were shown 3D models of the project along with videos highlighting the amenities. And by amenities, I mean the luxury ones. This includes heated pools, spas, and nanny on-call services. 17 of 46 flats were sold in the 8-story project. In Mumbai, Suji developers last week published front-page advertisements. They are offering sea view residences starting at $1.7 million. The development will have an amphitheater, landscape gardens, and a sky deck lobby as well. Luxury homes have been all the rage since 2022. Let me just back that up with some figures. In all, a record 65,700 luxury units were sold, with Mumbai, New Delhi and Hyderabad at the spearhead. This was 3 times the sales in 2021. Luxury condominiums accounted for 17% of all housing launches in 2022. They are priced above $183,000. The sales at least touched a 5-year high. Meanwhile, in 2020, only 8,500 luxury homes were sold. Before the pandemic, 18,150 units were sold. This was in 2019. According to Sotheby's, 61% of surveyed high net worth Indians plan to buy luxury real estate this year. And what is causing such a sudden boom? Are people done hiding away their riches? Are they ready to splurge on such luxurious living? The change comes at a peculiar time. 1/3 of the world is expected to dip into recession. The International Monetary Fund has said this at the beginning of this year. So is it the right time for such extravagant spending? There are 1.4 billion people in India. The country has a per capita income of $2,300, but the wealth disparity is apparent. Around 800,000 Indians are millionaires. The number is expected to grow by 77% in the next 3 years, meaning by 2026, the country will have 1.4 million millionaires And this is according to the Knight Frank wealth sizing model. With a growing number of the richy riches, the demand for luxury living is bound to increase. Founders of listed firms, entrepreneurs, lawyers, the elites are looking for larger apartments and better lifestyle. You see, many were confined to their homes during the pandemic. Work from home and hybrid work structures became a thing. These factors, along with rising incomes and India's growing number of the richy rich, have created a hype around luxury living. And it's not only limited to houses. The fever is spreading to the garages as well. Mercedes sales were at a record high last year. The luxury car maker sold 15,822 units. BMW sold 11,268. Luxury goods are in high demand as well. Knight Frank data for 2022 shows 53% of ultra-wealthy individuals splurged on both luxury watches and handbags. The estimates were 41% for watches and 9% for handbags in 2020. Clearly, the elite are spending money like anything. For the time being, while it spells good news for property dealers, car makers and luxury good producers, what does it really mean ahead of a possible recession? Are Indian millionaires going rogue on spending? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.